Welcome back to the channel. In this vid, we're diving right back into the Lost End manga. Last time, we left off with Kujo getting taken out by some gnarly creature, only to be revived back where he first showed up at the park. If you missed the last video, make sure to check it out first. Before we jump back into Kujo's wild journey, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Let's get into it. When Kujo got back up, suddenly a hand appeared and it shocked Kujo. The hand was the soldier who had been killed earlier by the terrible creature. They also got to know each other. The soldier was confused as to why he was in the park and naked. Kujo didn't know anything about the place. The soldier remembered that he had been attacked by the terrible monster from behind and died. But then, how come their bodies are intact? Were they resurrected with another body? The soldier tried to reason out the events he had experienced, but he refused what he had experienced. He found it strange when the Tamura said it doesn't matter how long they take. Even if it's steep, it doesn't take long to climb a mountain that isn't even snowy. He's certain the mountain is crawling with those monsters. If they get killed by them, they will end up back to the park. It will happen again and again, and it will continue forever. Hearing that, Kujo shuddered in fear. The soldier thought there was no way. The only condition for coming back to life was climbing a mountain. They were silent with mixed feelings. Then the soldier got up and tried to climb the mountain again, but Kujo warned him that he would be killed again. But the soldier was determined to come back to life because his son was just born. He just refused to die there and miss out on watching his son grow up. Plus, the fact that they get resurrected means that someone is bound to reach the door someday. The soldier added, "If so, I can't just sit here and do nothing." Suddenly, Kujo remembered his daughter, Yu, whom he left behind. Seeing the soldier's determination, Kujo fought his fear for his daughter. The soldier then offered Kujo to go with him to the mountain, but Kujo thought that if they went together, they would fall behind others. The soldier then replied, he doesn't think the others can make progress with those monsters around. Perhaps they can advance quicker if they cooperate and investigate the mountain first. Hearing the soldier's words, Kujo agreed that cooperation was the right thing to do for the current situation. They had a long chat, but had not introduced each other's names. The soldier introduced himself. He was a Karmer Kaoru. Kaoru and Kujo continued their journey to the mountain. They arrived at the foot of the mountain, but they arrived at a different place than when they first went to the mountain. Kujo guessed that they were resurrected in a different place. Kaoru also thought so because they haven't run into anyone. They've learned that place seems to have a structure resembling that of a volcanic island. No matter how far away they went from mountain, there was only water. Rather than the Sanzu River, that's more like sea or a lake. The only thing they can do is go up to the mountain. As they continued their journey, Kara's leg was pricked by a thorn. It wasn't that easy for them to climb the mountain. They needed equipment to climb the mountain, but there's nothing they can use. They've been walking for hours. They haven't seen anything besides trees and rocks. Suddenly, Kaoru felt hungry, but on the mountain, they didn't find any animals that they could hunt. The mountain looks to be at least 6,000 meters high. Reaching the peak in 2 to 3 days seems very unlikely. If so, they would need several days' worth of food and water. But they did not find anything they could consume. Suddenly, Kaoru pulled Kujo behind a large rock. It turned out that Kaoru saw the monster. It was seen that the monster was carrying the corpse that they had hunted and hung it to be displayed. Not only that, but the terrifying creature also made a sound that they did not understand. They were both confused. Why was their catch hung like that and displayed? Whatever it was, the monster was very scary. Kujo was shaking with fear and invited his partner to take another path, but Kaoru thought differently. He wanted to kill the monster. Hearing Kaoru's crazy plan, Kujo disagrees. Kaoru explains his plan, Their only option is to proceed without being detected by those monsters. By killing or incapacitating them, it will give them more options. While the monster is alone, it's the perfect chance to give it a try. But Kujo still doubts the plan. It's too dangerous, but Kaoru convinces Kujo that her plan will work. They both make a plan to kill the two monsters. He teaches Kujo a technique to kill the monster. It's a naked choke. If it goes well, it will consciousness. If you keep squeezing, you should be able to kill it. What if it doesn't work? Just hold it down so it doesn't come towards me. Once one of them is dead, they can kill the other one together. They both do the technique for the first time, but Kaoru is sure that the monster is weak. He remembers when he was first attacked by the monster, he pinned down one of them. It being pretty easy, like he was dealing with a child. Their appearance is strange, but he thinks they're just as light and feeble as they look. The two of them started the plan. While the monster was busy with their ritual, Kujo, who was behind the big rock, lured them by making noises. The monsters seemed to communicate with each other. One of them checked the noise made by Kujo while the other guarded their prey. Suddenly, Kaoru strangled the monster who was on guard from behind and gave a signal to Kujo to take one of them. Quickly, Kujo did the technique together with Kaoru. Although the monster could still hurt Kujo, but the technique was very effective. With all his might, Kujo strangled the monster. But it wasn't that easy. The monster gave off a foul odor and also its body released a sticky liquid. Suddenly, the monster shed tears and that made Kujo off guard. We know that Kujo has a soft heart and he is very kind to everyone. With Kujo off guard, the monster put up a fight and made Kujo's position threatened. When the monster almost killed Kujo, Kaoru came from behind and killed the monster. They both survived the attack of the terrible monster. Kaoru, who saw Kujo hesitate to kill the monster, asked about it. Kujo could only apologize because he had become a burden. He then gave advice to Kujo, get a ride of Navet, otherwise, you will just be a burden going forward. Suddenly, one of the monsters was not dead and attacked Kaoru from behind. Kujo quickly jumped towards the monster and held it. Kaoru quickly took a rock and hit the monster right in the neck. He then apologized Kujo for calling Kujo a burden. Kujo, with a very kind heart, said that Kaoru's words were true. No, they know the monsters can be defeated. They then walked towards the monster's catch to take the corpse's clothes to wear. Kujo then said, we'll face retribution if we do that. He then replied, isn't it better than being naked forever? Besides, what retribution? Aren't we in the afterlife? Before he finished his words, suddenly a giant monster appeared from below. What will happen to them? Can they survive the monster attack? Wait for the next video. If you liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.